With just a few simple steps, properly prepared lemons can stay fresh and flavorful for many months. Hello, everyone. I'm Nancy. When lemons are inexpensive, many of us tend to buy more than we can use right away. But if they're not stored properly, they can dry out, lose their flavor, or end up forgotten in the back of the refrigerator. Today, I'm going to show you a few simple and practical ways to prepare and store lemons in advance, so they're always ready when you need them. Follow along with me, because today I'm sure I'll be sharing a way to store lemons that you've probably never heard of before. When lemons are in season and reasonably priced, this is usually the first thing I do. I prepare lemon juice ahead of time and store it in the freezer in small portions, so it's always ready to use. I start by cutting each lemon in half. Then I squeeze the juice through a small strainer to catch the seeds. This way, I don't have to pick the seeds out later, and the lemon juice stays smooth and clean. While doing this, I always remind myself not to throw away the lemon peels. They're actually very useful, and I'll show you how I use them later. Once the lemon juice is ready, pour it into an ice cube tray. Only pour a small amount into each compartment, just enough for one use. That way, you never have to guess how much lemon juice you need when cooking. After filling the tray, place it in the freezer for about 1 to 2 hours, until the juice is completely frozen. When the cubes are frozen solid, take them out of the tray and put them into a zip-top bag. This helps save space in the freezer and keeps everything neat and organized. Stored this way, the lemon juice can last about 10 months to a year while still keeping its fresh flavor. What I love most about this method is how convenient it is. Whenever I need lemon juice, I just drop one frozen cube directly into a pot or a glass. It melts quickly, has no bitter taste, and still smells fresh and citrusy. Since I started doing this, I no longer find half-used lemons forgotten at the back of my refrigerator. Lemons can be quite expensive out of season, so this method has helped me save money in the long run. It's simple, practical, and makes everyday cooking much easier. Before we continue, let me know where you're watching from today. I always enjoy meeting friends from different places. The second method I want to share is one I've used for many years, and it focuses on storing whole lemons. This method is simple, practical, and especially effective if you usually only need part of a lemon at a time. I start by keeping the lemons whole, without cutting or washing them first. Arrange them neatly in a zip-top bag, placing them close together but not stacked or pressed against each other. This step is very important because stacking lemons can cause bruising, which leads to spoilage later on. After arranging the lemons, gently press out as much air as possible from the bag and seal it tightly. Removing the air helps prevent the lemons from drying out, wrinkling, or developing mold. Once the bag is sealed, place it directly into the freezer. When I need a lemon, I simply take one out of the bag and cut it in half. In my kitchen, I usually only need half a lemon for one meal. I place that half into a bowl of warm water and let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. This gentle thawing process brings the lemon back to a usable state without affecting its flavor or texture. The remaining half goes back into the zip-top bag and straight into the freezer for next time. This way, nothing goes to waste, and I always have lemons on hand when I need them. Since I started using this method, I no longer deal with dried, shriveled, or moldy lemons in my refrigerator. This method has completely solved that problem for me. Do you have any other ways to store lemons? If you do, please share them in the comments. I'd really love to learn more helpful tips from you. This third method is one of my favorites. It's a traditional and very natural way to preserve lemons, based on simple fermentation rather than freezing. Once you try it, you'll understand why people have used this method for generations. I begin by selecting a few fresh lemons and washing them thoroughly. After drying them, place each lemon on a cutting board and cut it lengthwise into 4 sections, being careful not to cut all the way through. Keep the bottom intact so the lemon opens up like a small flower. This shape allows the salt to penetrate deeply while keeping the lemon whole. The next and most important step is adding salt. I use coarse sea salt and sprinkle it generously over each cut section of the lemon. Don't worry about using too much. The salt draws out moisture and creates the right environment for fermentation, helping the lemons stay well preserved. Once the lemons are fully coated with salt, pack them tightly into a clean glass jar. Sometimes I also add a few extra ingredients, such as bay leaves, a few black peppercorns, or a few cloves of garlic to enhance the flavor. Next, I prepare a light brine by dissolving about 2.5 tablespoons of salt in 4 cups of water. Pour this mixture into the jar until the lemons are completely submerged. Then seal the jar and leave it on the counter for about 3 days to start the fermentation process. After 1 week, the lemon peels begin to soften. After about 1 month, they become smooth and tender, with a deep citrus aroma. Over time, the lemons turn a beautiful amber yellow color. They're slightly salty, so they're not suitable for desserts, but they're wonderful in savory dishes like chicken, soup, pasta, and salad dressings. Now, here's the final tip I want to share with you. And I'm sure many people have never heard of this way to use lemon peels. After squeezing lemons, most people throw the peels away. But that is actually the biggest waste. If you've never tried making jam or syrup from lemon peels, you'll be surprised at how simple and enjoyable it is. First, I rinse the lemon peels under clean running water, then soak them briefly in lightly salted water. This step helps remove surface residue and softens the peels slightly. Next, blanch the peels in hot water for a short time. Not too long, we're not cooking them, just reducing some of the bitterness. Remove the peels and let them drain. Once the peels have drained and cooled, cut them into smaller pieces and blend them with sugar. I don't follow a fixed ratio. I usually add just enough sugar to balance the natural sourness of the lemons. If you prefer a sharper taste, add less sugar. If you like it milder, add a bit more. How do you usually like your lemon flavor? Bold or gentle? Let me know in the comments. Pour the mixture into a small pan and cook it over low heat. There's no need to rush. Stir slowly and let the mixture thicken naturally. As it cooks, the kitchen fills with a light, fresh lemon aroma. Not overpowering, not harsh, just clean and pleasant. When the mixture reaches the right consistency, let it cool and store it in a clean glass jar. This lemon peel jam is delicious on toast, warm bread, or even mixed into yogurt. It's also a great way to use ingredients that would otherwise go to waste. Have you ever made lemon jam at home before? Or is this the first time you've heard of it? Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear how you use lemon peels in your own kitchen. I hope today's small tips help you feel more comfortable and confident in the kitchen. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Take good care of your health, and I'll see you in the next video.